go. Um, Hello, my name is Barum Wilson. I'm the 1102 dual enrollment language arts class. I will be doing my literal analysis too over Shirley Temple as my short story comparing to the lottery, with my ingredients being ginger ale, grenadine, cherry, and ice. Okay. Oh, where am I at? Oh, right here. Okay. Temple of Tradition is what it's called, and this is basically an introduction period, basically talking about what the story is about, and it's about how a townspeople in a village get together, and they basically have this tradition called the lottery, where it takes place every year, where everyone comes together, and names are chosen, and those people that are chosen are given up to be sacrificed, and end up being dead, unfortunately. But it morally goes into the blind leading the blind, and how even though the tradition's obviously bad, people aren't doing anything to stop it. They're just seeing other people do it, and they're following, which is not good at all. So with that being said, the first ingredient I chose was ginger ale. Ginger ale meaning when it's full of carbonation and bubbles. So what I'm saying is, when you have a glass and you pour the ginger ale in a glass, when you look down, you don't see anything. And it's like covering up. So it reminds you of covering something up with, something fake. Like those bubbles are covering up the water that's below. Like these people are covering up the cruelness and the sacrifice and the death with fake joyfulness, like fake happiness, going into it being happy, and going into this lottery being happy, even though what comes out of it is just horrible. It's not right. So they're basically, it might be a psychological thing, but they're tricking themselves into thinking it's good, when common sense obviously leads them in a direction where it's not. Just challenge people, like I said, hiding true emotion. Grenadine is the second one. Grenadine is the ingredient in the Shirley Temple that makes it red, really. Other than, maybe the cherries come off. So that red syrup symbolizes the blood. So the blood and the death is really a good and just straight correlation. Some make the point where the sweet and savory taste also comes out to be a vital point, meaning it hides what beneath, because it hides the horror beneath, because of what the lottery is trying to become of. It's trying to be something that's happy when it's not. It's trying to be something that's looking forward to when on the inside it's not, just like the blood and everything. And it also falls into the deceptiveness of the tradition and what goes wrong, and what I've been saying the entire time. I know it's repetitive, but it's just hiding what's really below that. It's hiding the truth. It's hiding the cruelty. It's hiding everything. Violence. Yes. So then we have the cherry. The cherry is just when you put the drink together, you only have one or two maybe cherries. So the cherries represent the victims, in my opinion. I put here like Tessie's Fall Hope. Also, another thing with the cherries and the grenadine, they also symbolize red, and there's a correlation there, like blood still. But the cherries are picked into the drink, and they're also eaten, just like the people in the lottery. They are chosen to sacrifice and to be held accountable for the thing they're participating in, which is just not good at all. Like I said, here represents the chosen one, singled out from the crowd of all those people. You're chosen as a victim, as to with all the other people, or all the other all the other ingredients in all the other fruits, or not other cherries. I'm sorry, I'm blanking. Okay, and then lastly here we have the ice. Now the ice represents the coldness. Now the coldness of the whole subject of the lottery in general. Now, not only does it represent, like, just it being bad in general, it represents how ice melts, as we all know. Now, when someone is chosen a victim, it could be a family member, a friend. You feel bad for them in the moment. You don't want them to. You don't want them to pass. You don't want them to go away. But after it happens, the guilt starts to go away. You start to feel this sense of, oh, it didn't really matter. We're gonna do this again. I can't wait for it to happen again. That joyfulness, that fake hatred. I mean, the fake joyfulness, the fake happiness comes back. It's like, oh, we got the tradition again coming up. Let me forget that. Just like how ice melts away. Now, another thing the ice represents, I really like ice here because it sounds like it's simple, but it holds a lot of meanings. The hard and clear. It's just, I mean, it's hard, but like you clearly see. It's like a double meaning, double entendre. You clearly see what's happening in the lottery, but people don't really want to do anything about it. It's hard cut with the rules, with the tradition that has to happen, and then what rules have to be proceeded out with all what's going on. Yeah, that basically represents that. Now, in conclusion, so it's basically circling back to what the introduction was all about, which was explaining the lottery and how the Shirley Temple may like appear innocent and joyful, but in the actual lottery, it really conceals darker truths. Death, horror, and each ingredient I went through here with through the ginger ale to the ice, it really creates tension between appearance and reality. Appearance in the drink, reality in the lottery. And the one thing I love describing this by is the blind leading the blind. Because everyone's just following one another and no one's really thinking logically. I know I've said that multiple times, but I've read the story multiple times every year, and it really just sticks out like a sore thumb. And it just, you really want to mash that towards real life too, with what I think is peer pressure and what people want you to do. Don't do what comes to your mind. Don't fall in just because other people are doing it and it might seem cool. Fall in because it's something that you think is logical and you think is good. Like, I mean, drugs is a great example. Just because you're around people that are doing drugs or alcohol when you're underage and it's illegal doesn't mean you should do it. Just because everybody's coming off as seeming it's a good time doesn't mean you should fall into it because everybody else is doing it. You want to think logical. You want to think with common sense, unlike the people in the lottery. And that goes for like if people are joining clubs at school. Like I'm in high school, people are joining clubs in high school. You want to join those clubs because it helps you with college, and as long as they're doing good things for you and they're not traumatizing you in any way, it's overall a better stance for you. And the last one is the work side. And I'd also like to say that, oh, you can't see me. I also like to say I tried doing this through Zoom and 365 Office. I really couldn't do it. This is why I'm doing it this way. If you want me to do it another way, I can try. I've tried multiple third-party sites. I really couldn't get it done, and I've spent a lot of time doing it. So I'm just here doing it right now. Sorry.